Welcome, guests. I've been thinking a lot about a question that has been posed to me several times over the last decade or so. Why do I love Disney? What is so special that makes me want to go to the parks all the time? Well, most people would think that my answer would be castles, because I love castles, obviously. But it's actually something that's a little more subtle than that. And it's something that if it was gone, you would notice, and it would just be blah, like every other theme park. So this ends up being a shout out to some cast members who generally never get seen, but we're gonna talk about the efforts that they put in to make Disney parks so magical. So let's go talk about it. I have tremendous respect for the Disney horticulturists. The amount of time and effort that they put in to make your visit magical is amazing. They do all this behind the scenes. We never really see the changing when they put in new flowers or new shrubs or change for the different seasons. When you walk through the gates of Disneyland, before you've even entered the park through the tunnels, there's always people standing around taking pictures in front of the Floral Mickey. Well, they even did a Floral Minnie in honor of Women's Month. And around the Floral Mickey, there will always be flowers swirled around in color coordination depending on the season. And the partner statue always gets the floral treatment based on the season, but there's nothing quite like the cherry blossoms on the trees in spring. And there's nothing quite as magical as the display around the holidays. And even the Hidden Leprechaun house in Disneyland gets its own magical treatment. And even silly things, like in Marvel Campus, this tree that is growing on gamma radiation. I don't know how they made that tree look like that, but it's pretty funny. Then we jump over to Disney World, and the amount of space and the amount of flowers and plants that they use to fill in all of that area is just phenomenal. To give you an idea how important all these plants are, imagine the Haunted Mansion with nothing around it, just sitting there, just a big house. Wouldn't be scary at all. When I was little and first started going to Disneyland, there were hotels that we stayed at that had topiaries, and I was just absolutely fascinated that they could grow plants to resemble characters. And then there's the Flower and Garden Festival in Disney World, which I've never been there at this time before, and we were there and I was just amazed because I know how much work they put in to make these beloved characters, not us, these beloved characters into plants that you recognize very easily. They're so amazing. Now I'm going to take a little detour from our plants, and we want to wish Disney World a happy 50th anniversary. Now throughout the parks they have put these golden statues, and there are 50 fab characters throughout the various parks. Now there are only 36 statues, so how does that equal 50? Well, this counts as 2. At first I was thinking it was cheating by saying there were 50 characters throughout the parks, but only 36 statues. But there are just some that you just don't want to separate. Chip and Dale belong together, and Gus and Jacques, they're a team. Cogsworth and Lumiere, you don't want those guys apart. Now we only were able to go into 3 parks on our visit, so we didn't get to go into Animal Kingdom, but it was kind of a fun little scavenger hunt, finding the different statues, and even some of the little sneaky ones like Bruni here with Olaf. That actually counts as 2. So, and then just as we were heading out, oh quick, take a picture. So from Waltzing Through the Magic team, we wish Disney World a happy 50th anniversary. I really enjoyed sharing with you one of the subtle things that I find magical about the Disney parks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Give us some ideas of what you'd like to see next.